Good afternoon everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, it is with my pleasure to give you all a full walk around and tour of this high performance SUV. This is the 2021 Dodge Durango SRT 392. And with that being said, a huge thank you to Brandon Thomas Mitsubishi, which is a part of the Thomas Auto Group right here in McKinney, Texas, for giving me some time with this one today. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get started. As you can see with the key, it's going to be your typical Dodge key fob, and it has a nice premium weight to it. You have your lock, unlock, remote start, your trunk release, and your panic alarm, followed by the SRT badge on the other side here. To remote start this vehicle, just make sure the vehicle is locked, and double click the remote start button. And that 6.4 liter V8 comes to life. And when you're finished, just double click the remote start button again, and the engine will shut off from there. Starting off here in the front of the vehicle, as you can see, this one does look very nice, as you would expect it to. Like I mentioned, this one having the black appearance package is going to give you a blacked out grille alongside the SRT moniker to the right side. You also do have this hood scoop right here, which is going to allow for cooler air to come inside of the engine, thus making it run a bit more efficiently, and in some cases giving it better fuel economy. But on top of that, as we pan out a little bit, it does look very nice and aggressive. You do have your Mopar stripes coming down, as you can see there, which is a part of a package. You have your front parking sensors and your front fog lights. You do have your standard LED daytime running lights with LED headlamps. And come over to our wheels and tires. As you can see, we are taking a look at a set of Pirelli Scorpion Verde All Seasons on 20-inch wheels. These measure 295 45R20s all the way around, and as a part of a package, you do have your SRT branded Brembo brakes. Come over to the door. This vehicle does have a smart key access system, which allows for easy access to both the exterior as well as the interior. By having a key fob in your pocket and come over to the door handle, there's a touch sensor right inside here. You put your hand in, the vehicle will unlock, allowing you to jump on inside. And when you're finished, close it up. Tap the stop button right here, and one sound of the horn lets you know the vehicle is locked. The exterior color of this one is finished off in Vice White with the black high-performance leather interior with suede accenting specific to the SRT trim. Coming over to the door panel, we do have some hard touch plastic on top of here. However, we do have some more softer padded material right down here, alongside some white stitching coming across. You're going to have your dark aluminum door handle here, two-person memory seating. Coming over here, we do have our controls for our mirrors, as well as our power windows, child window lock, and our power locks. We also have some storage space right down here, an area for a small cup holder, our Harman Kardon sound system right in the door jamb, followed by a very uniquely done kick plate that says SRT on there. Along with that smart key access system, the Dodge Durango SRT does come standard with a push-button ignition. By having a key fob in your pocket or within the vehicle itself, just put your foot on the brake and hit the button to go. Very nice. The Dodge Durango SRT 392 does come standard with a fully leather-wrapped rack and pinion power steering wheel with controls here on the left as well as on the right sides. Our left side is going to house all our controls for our driver information system. Our hands-free voice and telephone controls will be right here. To the right side, we're going to have our cruise control settings here. And a part of the aforementioned technology package, you do have your safety features right here, specifically for your adaptive cruise control and your forward collision warning system. We also do have aluminum finished paddle shifters on both the left and right sides of the steering wheel as well. Coming up here, we're taking a look at a fully digital instrument cluster, which consists of 3 main gauges, or technically 4 main gauges. To the left, we have our speedometer. Right in the middle, we have our tachometer and our current speed. And to the right side, we're going to have our coolant temperature as well as our fuel gauge. And right in the middle is going to be also where we will find our driver information center, and that's going to be on the left side of that tachometer. We can cycle through a couple of different things here on this screen via the steering wheel, and they do include this display here. Vehicle information, which does include things such as your oil life, battery voltage, intake air temperature, engine torque, engine power, tire pressure monitoring system, coolant temperature, transmission temperature, as well as our oil temperature, and our oil pressure as well, and our oil life. From there, you do have your lap history, top speed, 0 to 60 mile timer, 0 to 100 mile timer, 60 feet, so basically going back down to 0, which is what this is for as far as your reaction time. Pretty neat. We do have our driver assist function here. Average fuel economy, as well as our average, or not our average fuel economy, we have our average fuel economy plus our range to empty there. Trip information for both trip A and trip B. Trailer towing information, such as our trailer trip and trailer brake control. Audio, any messages or warnings, and then go to your screen setup right there. We also do all of our vehicle diagnostics, speed warning, and back to our speedometer. Come over here, we're taking a look at a 10.1-inch Uconnect display, which as you can see looks very nice, and it's running on the Uconnect 5 interface. It's pretty, unique in the sense that you have a lot of information going on around here, but we're starting things off here with our homepage, which is going to consist of 3 different displays: navigation, audio, as well as our phone. On top of here is going to be for things such as our current exterior temperature, time, different apps, notifications, our climate controlled seats, as well as the air conditioning for inside of the vehicle as far as for the front and front passenger. Down here we have our submenus, which does consist of our homepage, media, comfort, navigation, phone, vehicle, and applications. We're going to begin, of course, with our navigation system. It's going to take a second to boot up, and when it does, it's nice and well detailed. You can search for destinations up here, 3D maps feature right here, volume, as well as your different settings. We're going to turn on our audio system for copyright purposes. We now go to our audio system. As you can see, it's going to show what's playing on there. You have your seat track. You do have your channel that you can change because we're on Sirius XM. You can change this channel manually right here, as well as our preset stations. You have your sources over here, which does include our FM radio, Sirius XM, Bluetooth audio, and USB. You also have different categories up here, which does include our sources, what's currently playing, we can browse, as well as our audio settings. So overall, pretty nice to see that. And then come over to our phone. We can add a phone to the vehicle via the vehicle's Bluetooth system. And when you do that, you're going to have all your different features up here for things such as our keypad, recent calls, favorites, contacts, as well as messages. From there, we do have our comfort, which is going to be our climate control. You have our fan speed, fan positioning. You can sync the temperatures. You have heated and ventilated seats for the front and front passenger. And of course, you have your front and rear defrost. From there, we can go to our vehicle. This is going to be for things that we can enable, disable, and change and make it our own as far as what we can do with the vehicle so far. So we have our dashboard, controls, and our settings. Come over to our dashboard. We have our performance pages, race options, and different drive modes. Controls here, you can fold down the third row headrest, and of course you can go and check out your rear view camera. Do that real quick. And then our different settings here. We're going to have all our categories on the left side, which does include our display, my profile, safety and driving assistance, our clock and date, followed by phone and Bluetooth, voice, navigation, and trailer, camera, mirrors, lights, doors, and locks, and other things as well. We're just going to be going through some of the more common uses that you guys will be using this vehicle for, such as our display to kind of make adjustments as far as your brightness, our display mode. You can set a theme and all that stuff. You do have safety and driving assistance for our safety features, which does include our automatic emergency braking, lane sense, park sense, as well as your volume adjustments, blind spot alert, as well as hill start assist. We do have our phone and Bluetooth settings here. Navigation system as far as the settings for that, which does include map view, routing, sounds and alerts, and other. Trailer, you can have up to 4 different trailers in the vehicle. Your camera adjustments here, mirrors and wipers, our lights, as well as our doors and locks. One other thing here is our audio system, which does include our settings. And then everything else is going to pertain to our system information and software updates. You can even do a factory reset to go back to your factory settings. Moving on to our apps over here, you're going to have your favorite apps here, as you can see. And then all of our apps, which pertains to any of these categories, which does include media, comfort, navigation, and phone. vehicle system and other. So there you go. And so with that being said, it's going to wrap it up here for the infotainment system tour in the 2021 Dodge Durango SRT 392. Before we move any further, this vehicle does have a 8-speed automatic transmission. Put it into reverse, you do have a pretty standard backup camera with guidance signs. They don't adjust as you turn the wheel. And although the camera quality is a little grainy, it's actually not that bad. Moving on from there, we do have physical controls here for our volume knob and tuning knobs. And of course, we do have physical controls for our climate control. It's a dual zone setup as we saw on the screen. You have your fan speed, fan positioning. You do have your front and rear defrost, recirculation, as well as heated and cooled seats for the front and front passenger. We do also have some extra buttons here for our SRT mode, launch control, hazard light button here, charge control off, parking sensors off, and lane departure off. Below that, we have four USBs, an aux jack, and then we have our wireless charging pad over here. We do have our 8-speed automatic transmission here, as well as 2 cup holders and a small amount of storage space. And then come over here to our center console, you have a good amount of storage space as well. And I do like the way that this is padded with the nice white stitching coming across. The seats themselves in the SRT 392 are probably some of the most comfortable seats that you'll be able to get in a performance SUV. And to me, I like that because you're going to have that nice side bolstering here, which is going to really keep you in place. I do like the SRT coming across where you're going to be resting your back, and the suede as well as perforated materials coming down the middle does add a nice touch to the seat. So overall, this seat is nice and it's very comfortable. And then come over here to our glove box. It's not really dampened, but it is, softwood felt, and you have a good amount of storage space inside. Some more stitching coming across here. Some kind of carbon fiber material here, which does look very nice. We have our mirror here with our SOS as well as our assist for our roadside assistance. Up here we do have our controls here for our lights or the doors, as well as for our trunk, which is what this is right here. You also have your garage home link there, followed by a sunglass holder. You can also turn on the lights just like normal. We have our visor here, our mirror, as well as lighting as well. And then making our way over to the left side, we have our gauge dimmer switch, as well as our headlight controls. And so with that being said, guys, to preserve the battery in the vehicle, as well as to let the engine cool off a little bit, we're going to go ahead and shut this vehicle down. And so with that being said, let's go ahead and continue the tour of the 2021 Dodge Durango SRT 392. So we're also going to go ahead and open up the trunk from inside as well. Coming into the second row of the Dodge Durango, materials do fall through in this one, and they're very nice. You're going to have 2 seat pockets, one right here and one right over there. You're going to have your rear vents, and of course your adjustments. You also do have heated rear seats, USB ports here, and a 150 watt outlet. You also do have a center console here with 2 cup holders, some extra storage space, and even the second row gets its own little console here, which you can open up, and you have almost the same amount of space inside as you do in the front. You also get a USB port as well as a 12-volt DC outlet. Fuel tank. Coming into the rear of the Dodge Durango, as far as cargo space is concerned, it's honestly not that bad when you're going to be putting stuff in here. Now, the way this is set up here is actually pretty generous. You're looking at about 17.2 cubic feet of space, which is overall pretty solid for this vehicle. You can use these little tabs here to fold down the third row. And when you fold down that third row, cargo space will expand to around 43.3 cubic feet of space. And when you fold down the second row, which you can do from the sides of the seats on those ends there, cargo space will expand to a pretty reasonable 85 cubic feet of space. Now, since we're in the back here and the third row seats are up, let's kind of see what we have as far as conveniences. You do have 1 cup holder on that side, as well as on that side. And in the trunk itself, you do have some storage space right here. You have your 12-volt DC outlet here, a little hook right here, underneath here. You do have even more storage space. And of course, our chrome bumper protector right here as well. And when you're done, you can close it up like this, or you can use the walkaway auto lock feature here. and it will close on automatically. Since you're still in the back of this one here, as you can see, we do have LED taillights, Dodge spelled out across, Durango, and 4, meaning you have all-wheel drive on this side here, SRT badge, rear parking sensors, as well as your dual exhaust tips. You also have piano black mirror covers, which is a part of the blacktop package, alongside with those turn signals. Under the hood of this vehicle, we're taking a look at the 392 cubic inch V8, which corresponds in modern terms to it being a 6.4 liter dual overhead cam 32 valve V8 engine. It produces 475 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque. It's going to be made to an 8-speed automatic transmission, and fuel economy numbers, if you're wondering, aren't really great, but they're coming at around 13 city, 19 highway. So in conclusion, the Dodge Durango, has been around for a long time. This generation goes back to 2011, and they continue to update it over the course of time. It's 2026, they're still continuing with this vehicle, but what makes it even cooler is that this is an SRT 392. So before they called it like the Hellcat or the Jailbreak or what have you, this is a SRT 392, and you don't need me to tell you why. This car has power, it has tech, it has great cargo space, and all around, it's a very good performance-oriented SUV. But with that said, everybody, I hope you all enjoyed this walk around and tour of the 2021 Dodge Durango SRT 392, finished off in Vice White with a black performance leather interior with suede accenting. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.